An all too familiar President Rodrigo Duterte faces the nation, a report on achievements, and a crowd of VIPs who had to wait for the president, who was late for his own State of the Nation address. But unlike the past years, there weren't as many sexist jokes, and he stopped himself from cursing. After delivering his shortest speech last year, Duterte is back in character during his fourth SONA that ran all of 1 hour and 33 minutes, where he went hard against corruption but pushed his pacifist view on the West Philippine Sea. He condemns the coast kidney treatments of the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation.
The recent uncovering of the massive fraud perpetrated against the public health insurance system proves that corruption is pervasive. Huge amount of medical funds were released to cover padded medical claims and imaginary treatment of ghost patients. I am grossly disappointed.
He says the LTFRB, SSS, BIR, LRA, and Pag-ibig need to drastically improve their services.
I've been asking that from you since 3 years ago. Pag hindi pa ninyo nagawa yan ngayon, papatayin ko talaga kayo.
And Duterte hits the Bureau of Customs, where he recently dismissed 64 officials due to alleged corruption.
I have fired or caused the resignation of more than 100 officials and appointees of government without regard to relationship, friendship, and alliance. There is no sacred cow, as the saying goes, in my administration.
For Duterte, extortion is unforgivable, and he tells the public to go aggressive on officials who would steal money from them.
Make a scene. Sampalin mo yung na yan. Kasi aabot rin sa akin yan. And I have done that. Ako magprangka ako sa inyo. Ako lang ang presidente na hanggang ngayon nagbubugbog talaga ng tao. Yan sa loob ng Malacanang. Pinapakain ko ng pera yung mga yawa na yan. Igalit na ako sa inyo eh. Kindly be assertive.
The president once again insisted stopping China from fishing in Philippine waters would lead to a war.
A shooting war is grief and misery multiplier. War leaves widows and orphans in its wake. I am not ready or inclined to accept the occurrence of more destruction, more widows, and more orphans should war, even on a limited scale, breaks out.
He says he cannot dig oil that belongs to the Philippines because Chinese President Xi Jinping told him doing so can mean trouble for the country.
If the trouble comes out from the mouth of a president of a republic, anong magawa mo? So, what did I answer? Well, then maybe, sir, we can talk about this at some other time.
But when will that be?
Short of expressly advocating a call to arms, there are those who say that we should stand up and stop those who fish in our economic zone. Of course, we will do in due time.
Duterte says he is tired and he wants to resign. But the president, who frequently contradicts himself, also says he will fight until the end.
I will not merely coast along or while away my time during the remaining years of my administration. It ain't my style, but I will not stop until I reach the finish line. Then and only then shall I call it a day.
In his fourth SONA, the president does not mention charter change, federalism, nor the critics who remain unsatisfied with his administration. But the core issue still takes center stage: the bloody drug war, peace in Mindanao, the end to red tape, and ridding the government of corruption. He gives a long list of to-dos for Congress. But the question is, will the next 3 years be enough for the man who says he's growing tired of the presidency? Mara Cepeda, Rappler, Quezon City.